Welcome to Allowed to Talk. And today on the show, I just want to talk about miscellaneous things. Like Popeye the Sailor Man says, miscellaneous, because MISC in miscellaneous. Um, Today, the first thing I want to talk about is when you lose a child. I had a miscarriage before my wedding. I got pregnant before the wedding, and it was wrong, but it happens. I was 21 years old. Got engaged in August of 1978. Found out I was pregnant then, I guess in October or November. And we scheduled the wedding. We wanted to wait till spring, but we made the wedding January 13th, 1979. And we ended up losing the baby on January 5th, which is 1 week before our wedding, 1979, which is a long, long time ago. But you don't forget that, and it hurts. It's an ache in your heart, and it just hurts. And anyone who lost a child for any reason, accidents, someone murdered their child, or a miscarriage, even sometimes later in life after an abortion, you have that hurt, or maybe you have it right away. I don't know about that. I do know about a spontaneous abortion, which is a miscarriage. And I want to sing some songs on here about that. Thy Will Be Done. That's about a girl, she's a Christian singer who lost a child, and she wrote that song and sings it. I like to sing that sometime, and just know that it stays with you. We all have trials and strife and tribulations, fights with our family, arguments. If you don't argue, you aren't communicating. So I believe arguing is a good thing if you work it out together. All things can work out together for good for those who love the Lord. If even something bad or horrible, and we're all going to have it. We're all going to have those things in our lives, every one of us. No matter if you lose someone when they're very young or even before they're born, a miscarriage, or someone very old and you've had them around for a long time and you're used to them being around. It's sorrowful and you need to mourn. There's a time for mourning, to be sorrowful and hurt. I was going to do this in my house, this talk today, but my dog wasn't having it. She insisted. She's sitting right here at my feet. Today's high is only 80 after 96 and 98 all week. This day, 80, feels great, and she wanted to come out, so here we are on the porch together. The other thing I want to talk about is anxiety. I don't know why some of us are more sensitive. Years ago, when I was in my 30s, when I'd have anxiety and panic attacks, I was told by many a psychologist that I was too sensitive, but I was never told what to do about it until like in the 1910s, 1910. I'm getting old there. You never know when dementia and Alzheimer's starts, but I met 2010s. I was only born in 1957, but in 2016 is when I found out about how very highly sensitive people are, and that's me. And I know what to do about it now, and I'm 95% better. But about 2 years ago, when my husband's mom passed away, we were driving from the Midwest up to Pennsylvania, where she is from, or we originally lived. And this was right, I think COVID was a year and a half already that we had gone through the mask wearing, the vaccines and all that, or at least getting ready to. And there's a wasp. Get out of here, wasp. Thank you for leaving. The wasp was perching on the side there. I didn't want to get stung. Anyway, back to my anxiety. So we get to the Pennsylvania Turnpike out near Pittsburgh area, and we're getting on it. And I'm used to pulling a ticket, or we didn't have our, what's it called, the Fast Pass anymore, because I had that when I was driving from Carlisle to Lebanon, because I worked at the Lebanon VA Medical Center at the time. I was working from home, but we still had to go for meetings, and then they recalled us back in, but I didn't. I was trying to get a job anyway, closer to where we lived at the time, closer to Mechanicsburg or Carlisle, Pennsylvania. We got on, and nothing. There was no signs, nothing saying that they will take your license, a picture of your license, and bill you for the turnpike. So we go through, and we stopped because I'm saying to my husband, we have to get a ticket because I don't want to, we're only going like 4 exits up. I don't want to pay for the whole turnpike. And I remember the days when you'd have to if you didn't pull a ticket. So I'm trying to get out of the car. My husband stops to get a ticket. There's none there. People are blowing their horns behind us. We're coming from a 17-hour drive away. We don't know the turnpikes like that. So I'm trying to get out. I said, pull over because I'm going back to get a ticket. And my grandchildren are in the back saying, Grandma, Grandma, you're going to get run over or hurt. And I'm screaming, I don't want to pay for the whole way. And I acted like a complete idiot. But the thing is, I wasn't informed. I didn't know, I had no idea that they would take a picture of our license. Nothing was said. I maybe should have looked up what the turnpike fees are, but I just figured we'd get a ticket and pay when we got to the next whatever exit we're getting off of, 3 or 4 up the road, and then pay whatever it was, $10, $12. But I didn't want to pay the whole thing. But anyway, they took a picture, we got billed for it, we paid it. But see how the unexpected can make you go a little bit off the deep end, and I did. And I feel for my granddaughter, especially. She was only 13 years old, and she was so vulnerable and so impressionable, and she saw me get like that. But that's part of life. We get a little bit nuts. I'll say it. And losing a child when I was 21 didn't help, or childhood, or anything traumatic, or abuse, or anything that was done that, and older people that when you were a child told you to be seen and not heard, and their actions, they don't want to take responsibility, well, even if it was done unintentionally. Well, my dog's barking, so I hope you're having a wonderful day.